guys, I'm here with Ferrets. How are you, Ferrets?
Pretty good. A bit
Product not
annoyed
yet
that the RSI launcher does not remember me, even though I keep signing in and it keeps wanting me to do a authentication code every single time now.
Make sure you select the is it 30 days or something.
Yes, it's for one a month, but it keeps doing it every time though. So I don't know.
It's probably just a
Other
caching
than
issue.
that, I'm doing good though.
It's a caching issue. Alright, guys, we're going to go through, we're going to check out the Expedition 33 trailer. I have no idea about this game. I've kind of been sleeping on it. Ferrets actually seems to know a little bit more about it than I do, actually.
Not really. And the only reason why you haven't heard about it is because you're building your a thing in freaking a unit, not Unity, an Unreal engine. So yeah, you haven't heard anything.
Well, to be honest, I've still been keeping up with the games industry. And like, for example, I knew about Schedule 1 when it came out, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, this is also something that I like. Even a lot of the streamers and the YouTubers that I follow, heel versus babyface, game geeks and gamers and stuff, they even didn't really know this game was coming out. So I don't think it's a time issue. I think it's just a fact of it's a small dev team. There wasn't a lot of marketing for it, and people kind of slept on it. But let's jump into it. Let's see what it's about.
rated.
So this is on Xbox, Game Pass, PlayStation, PC, Steam, blah blah blah.
Soon she'll wake and paint again. Paint a new number, ticking down every year. One stroke, and everyone of that age vanishes into nothingness. Every year she paints again, and every year an expedition departs for the continent with one hopeless mission: destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again. We'll break the cycle so she can't steal anyone else's future.
This world is full of wonders.
Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death.
Do you mean we're the only ones left?
Even if we fail, we lay the trail for those who will come after. Right? We are Expedition 33.
So I'm guessing what it is there's some child or godlike that keeps painting the universe, and every time she paints, it resets the universe. And I'm guessing this is they say she counts down, so I'm guessing this is the 33rd painting, or there's 33 paintings left before the end of the world or something, I'm guessing. I don't know. But
That's a very interesting concept though.
yeah, and this is the thing, right? It's at the end of the day, this is where a lot of people are saying, like, it's unique. It's not something that's been done over and over and over to death. So let's go through. The art style is definitely interesting. We'll hit mute on this one. The art style is definitely interesting. Like you can see here, it definitely looks like, see, it says 34 and then it goes to 33, so it's counting down. But like you got the Eiffel Tower and stuff, which is obviously, very artistic styled. You know, like you can see, like it looks like it's like a sort of an abstract painting. You know, you can see that it's sort of like, it's not like the real world. It looks like a painting of sorts. They actually do, I presume that this is her here. I presume this is the... Oops. This is the painter here. Combat itself looks interesting. Looks very similar to sort of like Asian style games. Where you obviously got dodge, parry, parry, sorry, I should say. You know, all that sort of stuff, right? A lot of the creatures is what you would expect to see in abstract paintings. You know, not the usual typical style of human, but sort of like a, you know, an abstract. So,
If I'm not mistaken, it also looks like it's a turn-based game.
from what I've heard, it is turn-based, yeah. So it's made by a French studio, which is why obviously like the people are very sort of French styled. Like there's a couple of scenes here where you see they look like they've got like the little French hats on them and stuff. You know, like here. You know, she's got like the French style little cap. But yeah, no, it looks very beautiful. It looks very interesting.
Oh yeah.
You know, the effects look great. But here's the big thing about this is that it was made by a dev with 33 people. Dev studio with 33 people. This is not a big team at all. You know, I went through and I was looking it up earlier. And if you go to their homepage, is the it was where you actually get to see the studio. Maybe there was one that was like meet the studio. That's it. Sunfall Interactive. So these are the guys that made the Expedition 33. And you go here, meet the 33 members. So you got the CEO, which is this Guillaume Brochy. You got Tom, which is the CTO and lead programmer. COO, which is Francis. Lead writer was Jennifer Yan. Nick is the art director, and the music composer is Laurent Ested. And here's a photo of all of the team members. So I'm presuming that's Jennifer there. and you can discover all the team members. But there's one thing that I will say that people have noticed, right? And yeah, so we've got one girl in design, none in tech and programming. Art we have one, which is 2 total so far. Cinematics we have 2 women more, so that's 4. Audio is all male. Oh no, there's one there, female, which is the 5th one. We got one here that is 6. So we got six women out of 33. It's a little. It's not the usual number of females to male. There seems to be more males in this than there are females, and subsequently they've seemed to have come out with a really, really good game. It's seems like if you go through and employ people that are actually good at the jobs instead of what genitalia they have, you actually get like a decent game made. Who would have thought? DEI might actually go against making decent games.
Like, are you trying to tell me that hiring based on your pronouns, genders, and skin color is not how you make great games?
No, yeah, it definitely doesn't seem like it.
I mean, from what I heard, it works well for movies.
I also love the fact that they've got a wellness manager, which is a dog, and they've got favourite games, eating wood and chasing broomsticks.
That sounds like a manager I would actually respect.
And also, I will say too, this is one thing I've also noticed too about their website is that you go through and it says here, favourite games. Persona 3, Devil May Cry, Demon Souls, Journey, Fantastic 5. So Fantastic 8. Final Fantasy 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8. Yeah, lead design game designer is Dota 2, Elder Ring, Super Smash Bros, Hades, Pokemon. Your game designer. Favorite games: Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, Metal Gear Solid. Here's your level designer. Favorite games: Elden Ring, Journey, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Dishonored 2. Even the women.
So you're saying that these game developers actually play games?
Yep, and that's the
Wow.
big thing too. Like even the women here, right? This Jennifer chick, who's not bad looking. Favorite games: Hollow Knights, God of War, Civilization 6, Elden Ring. Like, you go through here. Claire, right? The lead environmentalist. Favorite games: Tomb Raider, Assassin's Creed 2, Fable. Your Alex here. Favorite game: Red Dead Redemption, Fortnite, Ultimate Chicken Horse. Don't know about Ultimate Chicken Horse. I don't know if I'll put that as a game, but sure. Here's your hair and technical creative artists. Favorite games: Witcher 3, Animal Crossing, Zelda, Twilight Princess, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Everybody seems to be gamers.
Wow, who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have thought you make gamers to make it? So if you want to make a game, get gamers to make a game, right? So as I say, like at the end of the day, there seems to be that the studio is sort of employing gamers to make games. They don't seem to care about pronouns or, I haven't seen anywhere here where it says anything about pronouns. It just seems to be a studio. And by the way, this studio, some of these are old Unisoft devs, by the way. And I do say old, but I mean like old studio. So like I noticed one of them had Assassin's Creed 2 in her profile. she probably worked on the project. But as I say, like, this is the old Unisoft devs that made things like Assassin's Creed. So are we really that surprised that they made a decent game? No, absolutely not. The only one that I can see is even like doesn't even really come close to being a gamer is the admin and office manager, and they asked her favourite game, and she said the game that she worked on, Expedition 33. Everybody else, besides Happiness Manager, everybody else has gone through and has got a list of games here that they like. Now, by the way, she's also the admin and office manager, so it really gives a shit, right? She's not making the game. But, as I say, like at the end of the day, besides her and the happiness manager, whose favourite games is eating wood and chasing broomsticks, everybody else has this whole, they can name 3 to 5 games that they like. Who would have thought? Like if I was to ask you, Ferris, what are your favourite games? You'd most likely be able to tell me.
For sure, like I have 3 of them that I could list off right now.
Yeah. Same as me, right? And if you go through the comments, the art style, music, direction, colours is truly beautiful. We need more French studios not owned by Ubisoft. Wow. Turn-based basically shocked me, but I'm sold on it. This is certainly not going to lack in certain talent. Like I say, like a lot of people here are just basically going through and just, praising the studio. At the moment, it's got 26k upvotes and 220 downvotes. But like a lot of people seem to be really, really appreciating it. And a lot of people are starting to take notice too. I noticed earlier today that Heel versus Babyface and Vera Dark have now gone through and are starting to talk about this game as well, right? But yeah, it's a lot of people seem to be taking an interest at this Expedition 33. And by the way, they hit 1 million sales, not sold, it is sold, sorry, it's not players, but 1 million sales in 3 days. It has a user score on Steam of 9.7 at the moment.
It's not bad.
Out of 10. .7 out of 10. That's fucking fantastic. Let's see if I can look it up. It just says very positive for the so yeah, there's 13,638 reviews at the moment, and overall rating is very positive. 92% of the reviews for this game are positive. So, at the end of the day, like I say, it's doing incredibly well. It's sold over 500,000 copies in its first day, and over 1 million copies sold, not played, sold within 3 days. That is absolutely crazy. So, well done to the studio. We like to talk a lot of trash about the games media in general. But I think it's also important that we also mention the games that actually get it right too. And looks like one of these definitely has. I know. What are your thoughts, Ferris?
I mean, the trailer really did. It looks pretty good. The soundtrack sounded really, really great, and it has me curious.
And by the way, I will say this too: that this 1 million sold copies. I don't think that's counting it on Xbox because it is on Xbox Game Pass for free. So I don't know if that counts that. I don't think it does. I think there's probably a lot of people that have also gone through to play it on Xbox that are playing it for free at the moment. So, yeah. If you actually go to the actual Steam charts and let's bring up Steam DB. So at the moment, 90.39% user rating. It currently has 56,000 players right now. Its 24-hour peak or all-time peak was in the last 24 hours, was over 121,000 players. By the way, what did Ubisoft Assassin's Creed get? 64,000? With over 1,000 devs that built the game? And last we heard...
Sounds like about right.
Yeah, and last we heard it only got, 3 million players not sold? So, yeah, the studio that's basically gone through and currently smashing them. But good luck to them, I suppose. Anyway, anything else we want to add before we wrap up?
Nope.
Guys, let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. If the video's been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, have a great night and enjoy. I want to say bye, ferrets.
Bye, ferrets.
Have a good night, everybody.